this moment happened when I could talk about what happened in my day and like have a natural conversation without having to search for the word online.
Hey, Isa, what's up?
Hi, teacher. I'm great. And you?
I'm pretty good. What do you feel has improved the most since we started working together?
I feel like my ability to understand what natives are saying, especially like in movies or listening to songs, has improved a lot because they speak really fast. And before, I didn't know how to like distinguish what they were saying. And now I'm better at it.
The way I see it, one of the things you have noticed the most about your English is your listening skill set.
Yes.
One of the biggest advantages of working on your listening is that now it's easier for you to like understand some songs, even some TV shows. And you were talking about one of your favorite TV shows at the moment. What is it?
It's called The Office. It's an American sitcom, and I like to watch it and listen to it in English because I feel like I can learn a lot of idiomatic expressions and a naturally way to say because it's a TV show about the workplace, so they talk really naturally.
Was there anything about my sessions, especially the pronunciation work, that helped you the most?
Yes, I think that learning the sounds like the TH sounds and the vowels helped me a lot with my pronunciation because when I didn't thought it would make such a big change in the way I was saying the words, but it actually does. The way you pronounce each vowel and each letter.
That's nice. Could you give the viewers an example of a couple sounds or at least one sound that you were pronouncing differently before and now that it's more natural after our work together?
I think that the sound of the vowels, like the vowel U,
Hmm.
U, is
You
right?
mean the long U or the short U?
Both, because I used
Uh-huh.
to confuse them, like in the word cup and sun and
Mm.
like boots, this word.
Ah, okay, that's nice. Besides our sessions, what do you usually do to stay in touch with English?
I usually listen to a lot of American songs because there's a lot of singers I really like, and also TV shows and movies. I try to watch them in English. Before, I used to watch it in English with the lyrics,
Hmm.
and but now I try to just listen to it to practice my listening.
So, what are some other ways that you practice English, that directly help you speak better and not only better, but with more clarity?
Lately, I started to try to read books in English. My uncle lent me a book, and I think it's important because sometimes we listen to the word and we don't know like the right spell. And this way, I can practice this more. And I really like to read, so I'm going to try reading more books in English.
How would you describe my sessions to someone who's thinking about studying it with me?
I think your lessons are really fun, and I like because we have a lot of like natural conversations, and it helps me to learn how to talk in like the daily conversations, and also because we play games and the activities are nice to do. I like the platform. Yes.
That's great. That's some really good feedback. I also love working with you, not only because of your English level, but because you're such a kind person and through English, we can definitely connect at a deeper level. I really like that connection as well.
Thanks. Me too.
You've developed a really clear American accent. And you've never stepped foot out of Brazil, right?
Yes, I never.
And well, as much as we have worked on your American pronunciation slash accent overall, this is it hasn't always been like that. Because prior to our sessions, you had some experience with English. Would you like to expand on that for a bit?
Yes, I had some English class before, but I learned more like British English. And with your lessons, now I improved my English and I'm sounding like more American. I'm learning the American English.
What are some of the sounds or some of the um, features of the American accent that you like the most, but also that you don't like so much as much?
Let me think. I like that Americans talk in a very like natural way and casual the most part of the conversations. And I use a lot of words like the word like. I use it a lot. Like this word. And something I don't like, it's because there are a lot of words with different meanings that sound just the same.
What helped you the most with your pronunciation?
With my pronunciation, I like to talk to myself sometimes. And instead of doing Portuguese, I try to do it in English. Even in my head, like I'm always talking to myself and I try to do it in English. And I also like watching the movies and series. And I also like to shadow what the characters are saying in the TV shows and movies I watch. I think it helps a lot.
So my next question is, what was your wait? I can actually say this now moment in English.
I think this moment happened when I could talk about what happened in my day and like have a natural conversation without having to search for the word online. Yes.
That's nice. And what changed in the way you hear your own voice in English? Because I remember at first, especially with some of the exercises that are recorded, you were a little bit, resistant. You were like, I don't really want to record myself. And how do you feel about listening to your own voice in English now?
I think it's way better now because I feel like I'm saying in a really more natural way compared to the way I talked in the beginning.
Would you say you feel more confident? Not only
Yeah.
about in terms of your speaking, but even when you listen to yourself, you feel more confident about and more comfortable listening to your voice and more confident about your English.
Yes, I feel like I'm very comfortable in talking in English now. Something that comes easily.
If someone feels shy, stuck, or insecure about their English, what would you tell them about this work?
I think I would tell them that it's a progress and it gets better. And with practice, you will feel more comfortable and confident in talking in English. And you can always practice talking to yourself because it helps and you don't get embarrassed as talking to someone else.
That's great. Well, since you just mentioned the word embarrassment, I need you to be really honest with me right now. Was there any moment in our sessions where you felt embarrassed? If so, how did that change? Or that moment never happened? Please be honest. I'm curious listening to your answer.
I think that at the beginning of our lessons together, when I made like a big mistake, I would feel embarrassed. But now that I'm feeling more comfortable talking in English, and now that we've been having our classes for a long time, I'm feeling like I don't feel embarrassed anymore because I know my mistakes. Correcting my mistakes will help me improve my English.
Even at the very beginning, when you felt embarrassed, when I'm using your own words here, when you made a big mistake, did you ever feel judged during our sessions?
No, I've never felt judged because you've always corrected me. but not in a judgy way.
Uh,
Yes, you always corrected me in like a natural way during your conversations.
so for you, corrections are, in your perspective, are corrections something bad to be avoided or something good that's essentially eventually gonna help you, improve your English?
Correct. For me, corrections are great because it will help me improve my English, and I'm learning with the corrections. And I think like when I say something wrong and you correct me, I feel like now I will remember this the other time I'm saying.
That's great. Well, that's it for today. Thank you so much for showing up. It was a big pleasure asking you these questions. I have been wanting to ask you those questions for a while now, especially because of how much progress you've made with your English, not only in terms of grammar, vocabulary, but also in terms of how clear and how fluent you sound. I mean, it's not just about being able to speak nonstop, it's about the quality and the clarity that you use when you speak English. It's really beautiful.
Thanks.